Three assistants by the end of the series in different forms at different times. But I want to talk about Billy. And I know
your voice just dropped.
You've got many friends.
Right. You just got a bit cosy when you said her name there.
I have to just tell you, she's simply amazing. And you've taken a lot of credit, rightfully, for your role as the Doctor. But I don't think it necessarily would have been that amazing to have you as Doctor without that connection that you had with her. Whether it was off and it was carried on, or whether it was just on. For me, it's one of the greatest partnerships I've ever watched, and you could tell in every scene that there was that connection and that respect between you.
I properly love Billy. She's she's a great friend and a fantastic actress. You know, she's got that sort of magical thing that you can't quite bottle. I think you're absolutely right. I think, before I was part of the show, I think she was a huge reason why it works.
People laughed when she got it. They went,
yeah,
why is Billy Piper?
But she's from the first moment you knew that she was the right choice, and it's also the way the character's written. To be fair, it's written as a two-hander now. Whereas before I think it was the Doctor and a girl who screams a bit. But there's something about Billy and there's something about the way the character was written that really captured people, and I think all credit to her. Yeah.
For me, one of the greatest scenes in television history is your goodbye on it Dalink Bay,
Dalink
Beach,
Ulfstrand and Bad Wolf Bay.
That's it. Let's play that scene. It's probably the most. It probably is the most famous scene, isn't it? Since
it probably is actually.
Started.
Yeah.
And you don't need pictures for this. She's a wonderful actress. This bit's just beautiful, and we'll just play it up to the bit where you say her name.
Okay.
You're on the list of the dead. Here you are. Living a life day after day. The one adventure I can never have.
Am I ever going to see you again?
You can't.
What are you going to do?
Oh, I've got a TARDIS. Same old life, last of the Time Lords.
Can you? I love you.
Quite right. And I suppose it's my last chance to say it. Rose Tyler.
That's all I'm saying. Now, I won't watch I had to watch it, and I was YouTubing today. I'll get that off YouTube. It's easier,
Yeah.
And even that, watching it, I was just stunned to silence in the office.
Well, good.
What a woman. Well, do you ever go to gigs with her or anything? 'Cause we got to play a track. I wonder, could we play a Billy-related track?
Well, we went to V Festival together, but I don't think we actually saw anything. I think we just sat in a tent somewhere and
got drunk.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about a few early days, and anything you don't want to, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But you like Doctor Who from like 2 or 3. Is that what made you want to get into acting? I believe in the first place?
Certainly amongst the things. Yeah, I mean, it was watching the telly, because at 3 you don't have a great deal of experience of classical theatre, do you? So it was watching the telly and watching, and certainly Doctor Who was one of the things that at that age I was watching. And I remember quizzing my parents about who these people on the TV were, and they explained about actors. And I got really quickly and very distinctly the difference between fact and fiction, the difference between an actor and the part they played.
Are you named after Neil Tennant of the Pet Shop Boys? You're a McDonald.
I kind of am.
Yeah.
I'm a McDonald, David McDonald, and when I joined Actors Equity, they have a rule that no two people are allowed to have the same name. So on their computer it popped up that there already was a David McDonald, so I had to choose something else. And I was 16 at the time, because I did one professional job before I went to drama school, so I had to get my equity card, and you have to come up with 3 options, and I didn't. I thought, I was 16, I thought, how do you choose a name for yourself? So I picked up a copy of Smash Hits, and they didn't accept David Brandon, named after Kirk Brandon from Speed of Destiny.
I was going to say,
my second choice was David Tennant.
And what was your third?
Do you know my third? I've never told anyone this.
Was it Almond?
No. My third, I changed my first name to Chris.
Oh.
Chris McDonald. I'm really glad that didn't work out.
No.
I don't know why I wanted to do that.
That's strange. I want to talk a bit about your acting here. Now, you may think that people have forgot about your early TV appearance as a transsexual in Rab C. Nesbitt. Was it Davina?
Davina the barmaid, yeah.
Well, that's available to watch bbc.co.uk/Radio 1. Click on Colin Murray, go into the Black Hole TV section, and that'll be up as of this evening. So I've tracked that down, and come on, you make us very sexy, lady.
Really sexier than Billy?
No. You're also a massive fan of Shakespeare. I mentioned that. I just want to get a couple of these things in. Comic roles, as you like it. What's the magic of Shakespeare? Because I didn't get it, I have to be honest. I did a lot of Irish literature.
Well, I mean, it's difficult to describe, isn't it? As to why anything works. It's like describing why you like music, isn't it? It's quite hard to pinpoint. They're just great plays, and they're great words to speak, and also they're part of theatre history, aren't they? And there's something attractive about that, about sort of setting yourself in that line and seeing if you can cut it or not.
And you did it, of course, the Shakespeare episode with our witches.
That's right.
In Doctor Who, does that stand out for you? Is that so? I was going to ask you. In fact, it'd be good to see now what your favourite scene at the moment that you've done, your favourite moment, and we'll play a little clip of it.
Oh, I don't know. I've got lots of favourites. The werewolf one's a favourite of mine.
Yeah.
Gridlock last year, stuck in the car.
Fantastic.
That was a favourite of mine.
Fantastic episode.
Yeah. Girl in the Fireplace, Madame de Pompadour. That's a great story.
I love that as well.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful, because it has that balance that the new Doctor Who has, is that human interest and that nice soft underbelly. Do all the swashbuckling and running around the planets, and that was good. Should we play a little clip from that?
Yeah, go for it.
Really good. Okay.
So here you are, my lonely angel, stuck on the slow path with me.
Yeah, the slow path. Here's to the slow path.
It's a pity. I think I would have enjoyed the slow path.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, aren't you? Take my hand.
Another great Doctor Who moment. We are in the company of David Tennant. Now, we talked a bit about your private life. It is your own, and I don't want to pry, but in terms of, I'm sure a lot of our listeners have went through this as well, and it's fairly similar. You would have been shooting Doctor Who all of last year, basically, and you lost your mother at that time. Did you throw yourself into work? A lot of people will have experienced this. Was it a thing that you could just, it almost kept you sane, did it, or obviously put a lot of stuff in perspective as well? And
that's a hard question.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of things, really, because I didn't really have any choice. When I wasn't at work, the production was closed down, which is quite a big deal when you're talking about something that big.
That's true.
They didn't force me to come back to work, and I did take some time off, clearly, as you would.
Yeah.
But my mum was always very keen that I did the job and did it well, and it made her very proud, so...
Yeah, and you want to get that done, and you want to do that.
Yeah.
But it's true what you say about it being something that, all these people rely on you as well, and when something like that happens, and you use it as an inspiration for you. Let me talk gay. The Pink Paper voted you the sexiest man in the universe.
Yeah.
Now, considering the gay appeal of David Beckham and Brad Pitt, that's something else.
They were second and third, respectively.
I love that.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Not that I've got 14 copies of that at home. It's quite weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
When people you don't know vote for you in anything. I still find it weird that people I don't know watch me on the telly, to be honest.
I know.
It's quite a hard thing to quite get your head around. So,
does it hurt more that the ladies don't love you quite as much? You're only 20th on the ladies list. So not really like there's 19 people ahead. Did you memorise them as well?
No, I didn't.
To
be fair, the next year when the Pink Paper poll came around, wasn't even listed, so I don't know what went on there. I went from number one with a bullet to nowhere.
Be careful of the phrases you choose. But I think it's because you didn't embrace it enough.
How do you embrace being voted sexiest anything, though? What do you do? Should I then sort of unbutton my shirt to my navel and walk down Old Compton Street? I don't know. I mean, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
I'm delighted to have any kind of following.
Let's just get the rumours out of the way. You leaving? Are you going to say anything about it?
I'm doing all of next year.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I don't think anyone knows yet. So
all beyond, in terms of yourself, then that means that'll take you through 4 series.
Yeah, although next year won't be a full series. Next year will be 3 specials.
Okay.
So it'll be 3 months' work rather than 9 months' work, I guess.